My name is Tom Washatka. I'm living here in Oshkosh. I'm a Wisconsin boy, born and raised in Milwaukee, and moved here in 1974. Actually stopped here to party, but on my way back to Milwaukee, but never left. So went to school here, got my degree at the college right over here. So. Nope, yeah, I've moved, actually, last 2 years of high school, Dad got a job in the Appleton area.
Okay.
So my junior and senior year, I went to Appleton West. And then moved here and haven't left. Always had plans of moving elsewhere, Chicago or New York, but just got it kind of entrenched in the music scene here, hooked up with the right folks, and just decided I'd stay here and make a living. So I've been here since 1974. What is that, 40 years? Every instrument, I do a very little piano. I started on piano when I was 9 years old. My mother actually started me on this career of music. But I also play an electric wind instrument, wind synth. I'll be playing that on Saturday at the gig, so you can kind of check it. I started playing piano when I was 9. And in the Milwaukee public school system, you couldn't play an instrument until you were in 7th grade. So I knew I wanted to play some kind of a woodwind. So in 7th grade, I picked up clarinet and had a devil of a time, sat last chair in the band. Then I switched schools, went to a different school. And that band at that school had too many clarinets and not enough saxophones. So the band director asked me if I'd like to play tenor saxophone. I said, sure. I sort of knew what the instrument was, but he pulls out the case, I open it up, it's this beautiful silver instrument. And I played it for literally 15 seconds and fell in love with it. So, and then started playing that. But eventually I picked up alto and soprano and bari. So I have all the saxophones, I play on all of them, but tenor's my primary instrument.
Awesome.
Yep, went to school here at the college, started in 1974. Was on the track to be a band director. I was going to be an education major. And public library here used to be able to check out albums. So I discovered their jazz section. This would have been 1976. I was playing in the jazz band. I was taking saxophone lessons, but not really immersed into the hardcore jazz, I think you might say. I just kind of was dabbling in some of the 60s saxophone players and the big band stuff, because that's what I was playing at the college. So I checked out one particular album at the library. It was called Super Sax Plays Bird. And I thought, well, this has got to be good because it says super sax. But I didn't know who Bird was. I was kind of a late bloomer to the saxophone players of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So back in those days, of course, you had lots of liner notes. I read through the liner notes, discovered who Bird was, Charlie Parker, but I put the album on, and it was an epiphanal moment for me. It was the most gorgeous. Basically what it is it's 5 saxophones with a rhythm section, and the saxophones are playing Charlie Parker's solos scored for a saxophone section. So I fell in love with the sound, and then I fell in love with Charlie Parker, and the very next semester I dropped all my academics and just started practicing. Kept all my performance classes, my private lessons, wind ensemble, and jazz band, much to the dismay of my advisor. So 1976, 77 through 78, I just practiced. And like I said, dropped all my academics. Then I took off a couple years to just play and continue to practice, take lessons. I took lessons with John Harmon for many years. But then I went back to school in 1980 just to get the paper. 80, 81, I had 3 more semesters to go. So then I got my degree. And then around that time I started playing in a band called Fire and Ice with John Harmon, John Gibson, Tony Taylor, who plays with KWT4. So I've been playing with Tony for almost 35 years. Is that right? Yeah, 35 years. Time flies. But so, yeah, that's kind of and then I took lessons for a short time with a saxophone player in Milwaukee. His name was Berkeley Fudge, wonderful player, great teacher. And then I spent a summer in Chicago studying with Joe Daly, another saxophone player from that area. And that was great. So, and then I just kept working, kept practicing. The group playing on Saturday, it's called KWT4, Kevin Wells on bass, Tom Thiebaud on guitar, Tony Taylor on drums. Tom I've played in many, many bands with him over the years. I first met Tom in 1978, so I've known Tom for quite a few years. Tony Taylor, I hooked up with in 1980. Kevin, this was the first band I played with him. But I've known him throughout the years, since the middle 80s. We used to do a lot of hanging out and do a lot of recording together. We kind of shared a passion for computer gear that we both had Ataris. He was working on a program called Dr. T. I don't know if you remember that. And I was working on Notator, which is an early version of Logic Pro. And we'll be playing some original stuff, some straight ahead jazz stuff, and then some more funk fusion, Yellow Jackets, Maceo Parker, Weather Report. We do a little bit of Weather Report. Yeah, it's a great band, great grooves, and it was an easy fit for me because I've known all these guys for so many years. So just like it's a big easy chair, you know. A lot of fun. Another good question. This is such a wonderful city for gigging. Little did I know when I moved here, but I've been playing. I used to play Peabody's back when it was the Blue Moon Cafe. This would have been mid to late 80s. Fred's Bar used to be over on 100 Block, Main. Of course, it's not there anymore. I've been playing this venue first when it was the Globe, and then Water City Grill, and now Manila. And of course, there's Beckett's as well. Interesting story is Dane Richardson, the drummer professor up at Lawrence University, was here with Mark Ernest, the bass player up there, and Jose Encarnacion, the saxophone prop. And I happened to stop in after I think I played here that night, and I darted over there to catch their last set. And Dane's like, "What's up with Oshkosh music scene? Everybody, they comp you dinner, they comp you drinks, and pay well. It's a wonderful city for gigging, and there's a lot of musicians in this area, and we continue to work, and there's a lot of venues that share that, and it's just really a neat scene. It has been for quite a few years, and I hope it continues. You got to come out. You got to come out and check out this band. You love everything we do. We have CDs for sale if you can take that along with you, and plus it's a wonderful venue. Come by, definitely check out the food, check out the libation. Marlo is an amazing venue owner. You'll love the place. You'll love the band. Come on by.
Great. Awesome.
Cool.